welcome to the West End. Rachmaninoff in a theatre. It just seems a little strange to me. It's like a piano recital on Broadway or something. And I don't know why it feels strange, but it does. It's one of the things that I really get irritated about is how classical music has been segregated to such an extent that it's kind of shunted off into a dark corner like the dodgy uncle at family parties. You know, the kids aren't allowed to spend time alone with them, but no one says why, and they sweat a little bit. And classical music seems to have become the kind of musical equivalent of cranking, you know, crying and wanking, because it's so ashamed of itself somehow. So it's like it's lying under the covers with a copy of Anne Frank, kind of furiously just sobbing and go, don't look at me, don't look at me. I'm so embarrassed and ashamed and too much. But there's no need for it. And you know, the truth is it's not just the venues or the radio stations or the TV stations or the audiences that are complicit in it. I mean, even if you can find a classical CD shop, any CD shop, you can find an HMV, say, good luck, on the high street. And you go in and you say, do you have a classical department? They shunt you off down into the basement like you've asked to buy clown pornography or something like that. It was one time, all right. And even more embarrassing than ending up with clown porn, you end up with this kind of, you spend 15 quid on a classic FM best TV ads ever, volume 15 or something. It just breaks my heart. So the fact that we're having core classical music in a theatre in the West End, where the closest thing we have to classical music is Alfie Boe singing Phantom of the fucking Opera, is a good thing. It makes me very happy. And I thought long and hard about what to play tonight. And I'm in one of those strange moods. I thought I'd make it kind of slightly ADHD friendly. So rather than your standard Wigmore Hall 3, 30, 40-minute big Beethoven sonatas, more of a kind of set list, I guess. Like a mixtape. And like any mixtape throughout, since the dawn of the cassette, the theme of it is love. Because, well, I'm romantic like that. I know.
We love you, James!
I love you too, Bubba. Thank you. It's my brother, ladies and gentlemen. No. People often tend to assume you need lyrics to make a song a love song. And I don't think that's entirely true. And there's so many great classical music. I mean, everything is about love. Every great work of literature, every opera, every play, every piece of music, at some level is going to be about love. And these composers had extraordinary relationships or lack of relationships. And within the music themselves, there's such great stories to tell. And yeah, so this is about love, all forms of love. You know, really romantic love and very dysfunctional love and angry love and family love and, yeah, unrequited love, the saddest of all. That piece was written by Rachmaninoff when he was a teenager. Precocious bastard. It saddens me that today, if a teenage kid wrote a piece like that, he'd probably be put on Ritalin and sent to therapy. Actually, I did a TV thing a few weeks ago, and that was one of the pieces I played on it. And I was so excited because the next day I was looking at iTunes, and shooting up the charts was that Rachmaninoff prelude. It made me so happy. It wasn't my fucking version they were buying. And I know I should be all humble and say, but it's wonderful because it's classical music, and that actually I just found it really irritating because it's 80p on iTunes. And anyway, whatever. Rant over. Buy it, please. So that was written by Rachmaninoff, and Rachmaninoff, for me, you figured as a teenager, what do you know about love? You think you know everything about love, and in fact, you know nothing. And I guess you think, as he mellows out, I'm going to play you another piece by him now that he wrote 25 years after this. And you'd think with a bit of life experience, a few girlfriends, he may have mellowed out a little bit. No. I shouldn't really laugh at him because the poor guy was bipolar. But he was once referred to as a 6-foot scowl. Just the best nickname ever. I love that. And he really was miserable. He was actually 6'6". He was a monster with giant hands and big ears, and he was clumsy and awkward. And this piece I'm going to play is an etude tableau, so it's a study based on a painting. But Rachmaninoff would never reveal the source painting. He said he didn't trust musicians who revealed the source of their inspiration. A typical grumpy Rachmaninoff thing to say. But he said you should make up your own picture in your mind, which I'm a big fan of. And for me, this piece depicts a heartbroken, forlorn, angry Russian trekking through the fucking Siberian tundra down to his last tiny bit of vodka, just furious at the world. Anyway, so this is his etude tableau. If anyone cares about stuff like this, it's in E-flat minor, which is a really depressing fucking key as well.